Welcome into the Erie Insurance Arena. My name is Shawn Bednard, and I'm the Director of Communications and Community Outreach, as well as the play-by-play voice of the Erie Otters hockey team here in Erie, Pennsylvania. We are so honored to be alongside you for the 5th virtual celebration of Children's Grief Awareness Day, and to be able to talk more about our organization's work alongside the tremendous people at Highmark Caring Place, as well as our own organization's part in Children's Grief Awareness Day and night. The Erie Otters have worked alongside Highmark Caring Place for many, many years, and every year it seems that relationship has taken a deeper understanding of what it means to be able to showcase grief in its many forms. From the little things of wearing baby blue and showcasing the lapel pins of Children's Grief Awareness, to being able to utilize our platform for now our 3rd annual Children's Grief Awareness Night alongside Highmark Caring Place. It has been an honor and truly humbling to work alongside families and those who are grieving, not just here in Erie, Pennsylvania, but all across Northwest Pennsylvania and Western Pennsylvania at large. Grief takes on many forms, and it can creep into everyone's day, and it can come around the corners when you're not even expecting it. The unique thing about the human experience is that, unfortunately, death is always part of it. And at some point in everyone's life, be it a loved one, a family member, a friend, we will all experience death. Unfortunately, there's no how-to guide and how to handle it. There's no manuscript or manual of saying this is the stages of what you go through and how you get over it. Because you can't get over it. Grief is a complex emotion, and it's always there. No matter how long time passes, no matter how life changes, the emotion of grief remains there. And that's why for people who are grieving, the understanding that it's okay to not be okay, the understanding that going through something doesn't make you weird or different. It makes you someone who's experiencing the human condition. It's an important thing for our organization, and it's an important thing for our communities. For our organization, it is critical, it's important, it is crucial that all the people in our community who are grieving know that they're not alone. Know that any time that we take the ice and the baby blue, it's to stand alongside those people who are on their grief journey, who are fighting a battle or an emotion that we don't fully understand. And even the people who are going through it don't know what they're going through fully. The Highmark Caring Place, they are truly an amazing organization. The programs at Highmark Caring Place are free to every person who walks in that door, regardless of if they're insured or not, regardless of who their insurance is through, regardless of what they've been through in life. They're non-discriminatory to a single person who walks in those doors. If you're on a journey, no matter how young or how old, no matter who you lost, no matter how you lost them, the Highmark Caring Place is there in our communities, serving people, working alongside people, and making sure that people know that it's okay to not be okay. For the last few years, especially alongside Highmark Caring Place, we have been so honored and humbled to introduce the first ever Children's Grief Awareness Night game in sports, ever. First one started in 2022, and it has grown every single year since then. Leading into Saturday, November 23rd, celebration of Children's Grief Awareness Night on a Saturday night against a budding rival, with specialty jerseys being worn the entire game by our players that showcase Children's Grief Awareness Day, that showcase Highmark Caring Place, and that showcase the entire night that we stand alongside you, that we're with you, we hear you, and we want to make sure that we're with you on your grief journey. This is especially special because with these specialty jerseys, after the game, they will be auctioned off. Every single dollar raised in that auction will go to benefit Highmark Caring Place and that free programming that they provide, and continue to allow it, and continue to make sure that every single family, no matter their circumstances, no matter their background, can come into the Highmark Caring Place and feel that love, and feel that knowing that the people who are there alongside you during your journey, any time of day, during any step of your journey, no matter what. Especially here in our own organization, and especially here in our community. We've had to go through so much loss in the last few years. And we are so honored tonight to be able to share a few of those stories. People on their grief journey, the people who are in the fight of their life, the people who are right next to you in this arena, and right next to you in this community, going through their own battle that you may not know. One family, the Murawskis, who are members of the Highmark Caring Place, have been so brave and so selfless as to share the story of their loss of father, husband, friend, and man, Dan Murawski.
My husband Dan was a great father and a great husband. He loved video games. He loved to play with his miniatures. He loved his grandkids on top of all of that. Grief has many phases and, different parts of your day or your month or even your week changes. You can kind of feel like the grief is quieter, but then something happens, a song comes up or, holidays are coming around and, it brings, my daughter, did a great day at sports or whatever, and, you want to go home and be like, hey, this is what the kids are doing. And, there's nobody there to do that anymore. Your day-to-day has just been demolished. You can't, things that have just been normal are no longer normal for you. And to know that there's people out there that support you and your kids, to make them feel special, it's a wonderful feeling. We have, that support there that lets us know that we can talk and communicate, even though it's tough sometimes. It's not an easy conversation to have at times, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes our sadness is overwhelming, right?
Yeah, it was like the first Christmas without my dad. It was just it didn't feel as full.
Right. And it gives us little highways to talk. The Caring Place, it's a great journey. You start off and you meet a whole new group of people that have experienced the same thing. You end with building a quilt. The quilt square goes into the part of the building, and it's a permanent reminder that there's somebody there for you. You feel warm and loved when you come in because everybody seems to care about what your experiences are and how you were doing, and they seem to remember everything that you've said in the past. With as many people that come in, it's amazing that they're able to do that. And to have somebody there to support you and my child, it's, you don't know how to respond to, you're dealing with your own grief, let alone their grief, and they're there to be with you.
The first time I went there, it was really nice because you get to meet people that have the same or similar problems as you, dealing with the same amount of grief, and it was really helpful, very inclusive. You're always doing something to help you move on, help you feel better and just be more happy and just stop being really sad.
When I called the first time and talked to Sandy, her first thing was, you're doing what you need to do, but we're here to support you. And we have a great place for you to go, and it has been a wonderful experience.
And we thank the Murawski family so much for their bravery in sharing their story and talking about what Highmark Caring Place has meant to them. It is people like the Murawski family that we have this game, that we do this night, that we wear baby blue, and that we take the ice in these jerseys to be able to stand alongside those who are on their journey. Even closer to home here in the Erie Otters organization, we are so honored and humbled to be able to share the story of alternate captain and defenseman Matthew Schaefer, who, for anyone who's watching in Erie, knows the story of what this young man has went through, in the loss of his mother, Jen Schaefer, and the loss of his billet mother, Emily Matson.
So last year was a pretty big year. I went through a lot. I got drafted to Erie, and just the changes with moving away from home, I was a little homesick, all that little stuff. But then I became super close with my billet family. Later in the year, my billet mom passed away, and that was only the start. So that happened, and it really hit me for sure. And then after Christmas, I came back, and then I got a call. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and my dad called me and said, you have to come home right now because my mom's in the hospital and not doing good. And it was sad because I had to go back and I had to see my mom, and the person who she usually is, she's usually just a laughing, happy, best person to be around. Anyone who's around there always has a smile on their face, and going to see her in a hospital was not fun at all because I knew she wasn't herself, and cancer's a very scary thing, and to see your mom go through that's definitely something you don't want to see. I got to spend a couple days with her in the hospital while she was kind of battling to stay there for us, and then she passed away. And yeah, I'm still really recovering. It's always going to be super tough. And especially my mom, I was super close. She was honestly my best friend and mom, and I never thought I could be here without her because she was such a big part of my life. I didn't know if I was really going to get much better, but my teammates just made me feel so happy, and they got my mind off it a little bit. And I'm so happy that I can just play for my mom and family now, because I came back after when my mom passed away. I was like, she's going to want me to play hockey right now and not want me to just, be sad and worry about her. She wants me to go back and play hockey for her because that's what she would want me to do. And she'd want me to go and try to be happy and just get my mind off it, because I know she's always going to be here with us. And I miss her so much, but I know she's always here right by my side every step of the way. I love thinking about her. Whenever I think about her, she just makes me smile because, she was one of the biggest part in my life and journey, and I just wish she could be here every step of the way with me, but I know she's here, and not in person, but always going to be here in spirit. But yeah, she was a big part of my life, and I love her so much. We went and did a visit there not too long ago, and it was really sad because you see all these people who are there. They're trying to be happy because they're going through mixed emotions, that's for sure. And I was happy where I could go into the playroom with a bunch of some kids and play air hockey and try to get their mind off it and get talking. And that's why I'm so happy that we can do this and I can be a part of this, because a lot of people go through this and they just want to be by themselves, but I want them to know that they're not alone going through this, and I'm here if they ever need to talk or just need any little sorts of advice, because I've been through quite a bit. And if you ever need anything, just reach out. Don't be afraid. Just talk out loud, because people are here to help you along the way. It's tough, but you're going to get through it, and they're always going to be there with you no matter what happens.
We thank Matthew for his selflessness, his bravery, and his humility in sharing his story. It's these stories, these people, these are our reasons that we wear blue. We are truly humbled and honored to be able to be alongside you, to wear blue alongside you, and to tell you, we are here with you on your journey. We will stand alongside you. We will continue to do our part to make sure that every single person who walks into our building knows that they are not alone, just as they do at the Highmark Caring Place. Thank you for joining us.